What's going on YouTube? I hope you guys are all having yourselves a fantastic day today. In today's video we have part 2 of my fishing creation with my little alien guy Kevin here. Part 1, if you haven't seen it yet, was me creating my alien character in a fishing sort of theme, whereas this video is me creating the environment around him. I learned a ton of new tools and tips and tricks by following tutorials, which those links will be in the description below if you guys decide you want to learn how to do this. For now, we're just making some low poly basic environments, but I'm super proud because I learned some new stuff like I said, and I'm just continuing to build on what I have going. I had a few ideas of what I wanted to create for this. I definitely wanted a river flowing through with some mountains in the background, maybe a moon. And also, instead of fish jumping through the river, I decided to throw some money in there. I thought it would be kind of funny. And honestly, it's an idea that I've had for a while now, so I'm glad to finally make it happen. So I'm going to throw some chill music on. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you guys personally have some tips and tricks for me, please drop them in the comments below. The feedback is always appreciated. And here's a little time lapse of creating the environment around my fisher alien.
Man, I've been high, I saw a guy who the dopest, hopeless, what I used to be, now I'm moving packs to that potent pressure. If love is a drug, I need extra. I don't look to people, look to the one who poured and don't even measure. Killing beats give me pleasure. Please call the medic, this beat came to me on a stretcher. In the lab, I step to the mic and feel like I'm Dexter. I'm a man, dark world, but I'm still shining like treasure. Yeah, I got joy like ha ha ha. Wait, and I can't wear smiles, that's fake. Then I'm between love and strong. Hey, clock says no time for mistakes. Ring the alarm, sirens go off, but I'm calm. My life resides in his palm. Submit to my pops, respect for my mom. Honor them both, so my life will be long. Third time, is the charm of the third strike. Had to turn my back on the street like tears come down. Both hands up, thinking about what life will be like. If I never change, might stay the same. Stay playing games. Yeah, end up in a cell, free but a slave, or inside the grave. Used to dive in the pool of the end off. It was me and my bros to the end off. Wasn't blood, but we was still kin off. Was alive, but dead in my send off. I was heading down fast like an asteroid. I had a good heart, was a bad boy. I played girls like there was just toys. Gold with the poker, mine like Blastoise. I would chase girls to use them. I ended up getting used. It's crazy the things that you do will come back around and bite you. That is a mouthful to chew. Try not to choke. Life ain't a joke. Why everyone hitting the snooze? Sleeping on me is till you get woke. My God.
Alright, so at this point things were starting to come together. I did have a few issues. One being that I started making my environment way too small, so I had to scale everything up. And because of that, we ran into some unforeseen issues. Now, one of them was I didn't realize that I still had proportional editing on. So every time I scaled something up, it was moving a bunch of stuff. So it took me a little bit to figure that one out, that I had that turned on still. And then B, the lighting and the environment, I still have a lot to learn in that field. So just bear with me as I kind of put this together, a little bit janky lighting, but I thought it ended up turning out alright. The last thing I want to touch on too is I do most of the editing in Eevee because my computer doesn't render cycles very fast, but I always turn on cycles for the final renders. Like for one frame it took like 35 minutes, so it's just not really viable to work on the whole project in cycles. I know that causes its own problems flipping between the two, but we made it work. Now at this point also, I was pretty happy with it, but I felt like it was missing a bunch of stuff. So I wanted to add the mountains in, and eventually added in a UFO, which was not on the board at all. But it ended up being a nice touch and just filled in the environment.
I can't miss no Beverly, you can't hold me. Knew that it was my time and I ain't need a rollie. P139, that's the word. This provision is precision. You ain't gotta see.
Here's where I started to try to make the money, just using a plane and messing around, but it didn't quite turn out how I liked it to be, so I looked up another tutorial on how to make money pretty much, and ironically when I looked it up, all that came up was how to make actual real life money off your Blender creations, not make money in Blender. So it took a little bit to find a forum I think I read, or maybe it was a tutorial, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I found a cool little trick where I could just import a PNG, or I don't think it has to be just a PNG, but an image. To import an image as a plane, and which is perfect for money as it's super thin, and that's how we got the money look.
True colors in this light and it's alarming, but God see the mess and he get cleaned it up with Charmin. Ooh, the boo boo, ooh, the view, watching God's plan like a show from Hulu. Who's who? Gon' see it as soon as the snow moves. We roll through, cause all y'all together like pork stew. I can't miss, no Beverly, you can't hold me. Knew that it was my time and I ain't need a roll. P.2, that's the word. This provision is precision, you ain't gotta see the worth. Every situation different. Trust if you're feeling out of luck or if you stuck, homie, you just can't miss this. It's so easy, you be thinking it's absurd. Gotta see the glory in the hurt, see the glory in the hurt. See the glory in the hurt. Okay, by the still water, I'm playing this so sturdy. I don't need magic to know that he worthy. He coming with the beef with the ones who get jerky. And on the shoe, he in the clutch, Jamal Murray. His plan got a plan, you ain't stressing the thing. You need more than Golden State to put some stress on the king. I don't flex, I just take a step and Elohim do the rest. Please don't think it's sweet, he got a sword, it's for your chest. It's for your soul, you worry about the gold, you can only take it home. Where I'm from it's not here, so I leave it all alone. Get the lyrics out the spirit, then I put them in a poem. Talk to God, I'm on the phone. He said I need to trust. He be the anchor when the waves is too much. I gotta thank him cause his way is so tough, but his faith is so amazing, so my praise it go nuts, and my praise it go nuts. I can't miss, no Beverly, you can't hold me. Knew that it was my time and I ain't need a roll. P.2, that's the word. This provision is precision, you ain't gotta see the worth. Every situation different. Trust if you're feeling out of luck or if you stuck, homie, you just can't miss this. It's so easy, you be thinking it's absurd. Gotta see the glory in the hurt.
Alrighty, wrapping up this video, we have the UFO and moon. Now, one thing I really wanted to make happen was make the moon illuminate, and I had no idea how to do that, as you guys can see at some point here. I was trying to use a sun lamp to get that illumination effect, but I realized that that's not really how it works. And so I just played around with a few settings, and I actually came across it on my own, and I got that moon nice and bright. And once I figured that out, the final touch was to make the lights on the UFO illuminate as well, because otherwise it just kind of looks like Skittles on the outside of it. So I got a little bit of that illumination going, and that brought the whole thing together. So at the end there, I'll put one final render, my favorite render for it, and that's gonna do it for this whole scene. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you watching. If you watch both videos, drop a like for me. I already have my next creation going, so be on the lookout for that this week. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.